So hi guys, welcome back to the farm and welcome back to another beautiful video. Today is a really an amazing day, very beautiful. I woke up and I stepped outside and the whole place is again covered in mist and fog. So really, it's really amazing to just wake up here every day and be able to see all this. I think that's a gift of nature. So today I was thinking that I'll check the pH of my soil, and it is important that you know the pH of your soil because if your pH balance is off, then you'll not be able to grow a lot of things on your soil. So you need to be able to know and assess what the pH of your soil really is. So I'm going to use a very simple technique to I'm not going to send my soil sample to any lab to actually find out what the pH is and what are the other trace minerals that's in the soil. That's going to be a tedious process, collecting the sample, taking it to a lab, finding a good lab, giving it there, and spending all that extra money to find out what is the pH. But the technique that I'm going to use is a simple and a very straightforward technique. So we will just go around my property and collect samples from different parts, from all the four corners and the middle, and maybe just a random sampling of the different areas of the property. After I do that, I'll mix all that soil, okay, put it on a table, mix all of that up and take a little bit of sample, and then we will see what is the pH of the soil. Okay, so let's go and collect the sample soil from the property now. Yeah, let's go. Okay, I've come to the very end of the property. Okay, I'm going to collect some sample from here. But when you're collecting the sample, it is very important to keep in mind, a few things. Make sure that you don't use anything that is made out of iron. Okay, because if you use something like iron to dig up the soil, so that can tamper with the pH of the soil and change the soil. So you're gonna get a false sense of what the real pH is. So you want to use something that will not alter the pH of your soil, like maybe something like wood. So I've made this piece of digging tool myself. So I'm going to use this to dig up the soil here. Dig a little deep and collect maybe like a handful of material from here. Put it in the bag, and then go to the other spot, the other corner, collect a little bit of sample from there. So I'll do this from all the four corners and then the middle of the property and then just few random areas, so that I'll have a good I'll have samples from all the different parts from the property, so that'll give you like a better understanding and a better idea of what the real pH will be, right? So I'll go ahead and take a little bit of sample from here. It's not going to be easy collecting samples using this. The rock here is very hard, right? But you only need a little bit of soil. So I got just a little bit of soil from here. Okay. Off to the next spot. The ground is really hard because there is no water whatsoever in the soil now, because we are in the peak of monsoon, summer. So it's a little hard to dig, and you want to make sure that you don't just take the surface soil and you pick up a little bit of the soil that's beneath, like a little deep. So you want to get rid of the soil on the top and then take a handful of soil. Right. The soil that's a little deep. So okay guys, so I've collected sample from all parts of the property, from the different corners and also the middle. So I have a good amount of soil in the bag. So I just have to now set up a table and put all this on the table, and we'll start checking the pH. Alright, so let's do it. Okay, so this is all the mud that we've collected, the soil that we've collected. So what we'll do now is we will make sure that we'll remove all these stones, all the, the debris and all of that, some grass and all of that is there. So and then we'll just spread this out. Make sure that you mix it. You do that when it's still in the bag. Just mix it up properly, and then pour it onto the table. Just put something like a newspaper, okay, so that you don't dirty the table. And then just use your hand or use something and just spread this out, right? So after you do this, what you do is you divide this into 4 parts. Also spreading it out and dividing it into 4 different parts. What you need is something like this, a beaker. I'm using a glass beaker. Okay, this is about 500 milliliters capacity. This is a small beaker. So you don't necessarily have to use this. You can use like a plastic beaker or anything, maybe like a mug or anything like that. But I am using this. And then what you do is you've divided it into 4. You take 1 part of what you've divided. Okay, I'm going to take this part, and then you put it in the beaker. Okay, you don't need a lot. Okay. Okay. Any stick or anything that you might have, remove it. Okay. So you put this in the beaker. What you would need is, you will need this. This is distilled water. You need like a liter I bought like a liter of distilled water. You can't use just any ordinary water. You can't use the water from the stream or the water from the tap. You can't use that because that water will have its own pH. So you need a something which has neutral pH. So distilled water, as you guys will know, it's distilled, so it has nothing in it. So the pH is neutral, right? So you want to use distilled water. So what I'll do is I'll take this beaker here, and when you're mixing it, you don't want to make it very dilute. You want to keep that consistency to like a moderate. So you want something like a slurry and not something that is very dilute, right? So you only pour enough water to make it a slurry, right? So that's what I'm doing. I think that'll be enough. Okay. Take something, take a stick. A lot of sticks here. Mix it up. Use this. Okay, so this is how it is. So it is neither it is not very thick, neither is it very watery. You've made sure that you've got the right consistency. The next thing you would need is this. Okay, so this is litmus paper, or you can also call it the pH paper. So the pH is from 1 to 14. Okay, 1, if your pH is 1, it means that is very acidic, and 14 is very alkaline. Okay, so that is the range. So pH 1 is very acidic. That is almost like the pH of our stomach, which is 1.4. So our stomachs are very acidic compared to 14, which is very alkaline. Okay, so we will have to now check what will be the pH of the soil. Okay, so let's use let me just open this up. So this is how it looks. So this is how the pH paper looks. So it'll have all these different colors. Okay, so these different gradations, you can call them. So depending on what color, after you take this litmus paper and you dip it in the slurry that we've prepared, and you compare it with these colors, and whatever is the color will correspond to the pH of what that thing is, right? Whatever you've dipped the litmus paper in, and whatever is the color, that is the pH of that particular substance. Okay, so now let's take one pH paper. Okay, so I'll take one pH paper. Alright, so this is the pH paper. I'll now dip this in the slurry that we've prepared. Okay, so I'll leave it there for some time. Alright, make sure it's right. Just leave it there. Okay, so let's see now. Okay, so I left it in the water for some time now, and it is still of this color. Okay, yeah, this is slightly changed from the original color of what this material is. So now we'll compare this with what this color is. Okay, so this is somewhere close to 6, right? So this is pretty much like this color right here, right? Or maybe a little this, right? Close to. So this is somewhere in between 6 and 7. Okay, so that is the pH that we need, right? Which means that the soil, my soil that I have here, is pretty neutral, and it's neither very acidic or neither is it very basic. It has the right pH, which means that I can grow a lot of the things that I want to grow on the soil, and it will grow. Okay, if the soil pH was a little acidic, or if it was a little alkaline, then I would need to then amend the soil with other things so that I can bring down the pH of the soil. In my case, since we haven't grown anything on the soil for a long time, and it has had the time to just, we had left it alone, I think the soil has healed itself and the pH is pretty much what we want. Okay, so this is a very simple test you can do. You don't need to spend a lot of money. You don't have to send your soil to a lab where you have to spend a lot of money to check the pH. Get yourself a litmus paper. Like I said, collect your sample, collect the soil sample from all different parts of the property. Use distilled water, that's the very important thing, because that is neutral. And then mix it with the soil, make a slurry, and you'll be able to check the pH of your soil without actually breaking the bank, right? So this is something that all farmers can do. If you have a piece of property and you're curious and you want to know what is the pH, or you're trying to grow something on the on your soil and you're not able to grow it, and you want to find out what is the reason, the first thing you want to check is the pH, because if the pH is off, then you'll not be able to grow a lot of things. So then if the pH is really acidic, then you want to use something like lime or maybe rock phosphate to bring up, lower the acidity of your soil. By doing that, you can lower the acidity of your soil. And if it is too alkaline, then you want to do it the other way around. You want to put something on your soil which is acidic, so that you reduce the alkalinity of the soil, right? So that is how you do it. It's a very simple technique. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I hope you learned something from the video. So this is something that everybody can do at your own place and check the pH. So I hope you guys liked the video, and I hope you enjoyed watching my videos. If you have, please like and subscribe, and please share it with your friends and family. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. You guys have a nice day. Thank you.